Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to High Top Sports Network's presentation of WPIAL non-conference varsity softball. Today, the Pine-Richland Rams visiting the Armstrong Riverhawks here at Armstrong Junior Senior High School. My name is Josh Reckengoss. Thanks so much for tuning in this beautiful Wednesday afternoon. And it's Wednesday, so you know what that means. Thanks to our scoreboard sponsor, Sprankles Neighborhood Markets. Every Wednesday, Sushi Madness. Stop in for $5 hand sushi rolls. Go with a spicy tuna. That's usually, I get a couple of those, maybe a California, maybe a spicy salmon. And they are nice, hearty, big rolls. You can throw them down. They are healthy, they are tasty, and they are wonderful. So make sure you stop into Sprankles for Sushi Madness every Wednesday. And this game today, a non-conference matchup. The Riverhawks winners on an Emma Smerrick walk-off home run against Franklin Regional on Monday. You saw it right here on High Top Sports Network. Joe Rhodes on the call for that one. Nearly ended by Jessie Pugh. She hit the top of the fence in the 7th inning. Franklin Regional gave the Riverhawks their best challenges so far this season, en route to a second straight section title. WPIAL Class 5A Section 2 title. Riverhawks champs for the second year in a row, but it was a tight one down at Franklin Regional. Riverhawks 4-3 winners there, and 6-4 winners here against the Panthers. So that'll be a matchup to keep an eye on as the WPIAL playoffs are fast approaching. Could see those two teams meet again. That is a definite possibility right now. The Riverhawks in the dugout. I believe we're going to get the national anthem. And this game has a special significance today between the Riverhawks and the Rams. It is being played in loving memory of one of our family members and biggest fans, Jenny Paul Onofre, who lost her cancer battle earlier this year. Second, this game is also being played in honor of current 11th grader Cole Walker, who is battling Ewing sarcoma. We are here at the Hill today to recognize and help raise funds for cancer awareness, and there are t-shirts that have been purchased. You can see the Riverhawks wearing a special gray jersey today for this cancer awareness game. And if you would like to purchase one of those t-shirts, you can contact Gross Embroidery in Ford City. Give Christy and Tom a call. Great people down there at Gross Embroidery, one of our sponsors here on High Top Sports Network. So make sure you get in touch with them if you'd like to order one of the special t-shirts from today's cancer awareness game. So we're going to take a break for the national anthem. Be right back here on this Nickel and Photography pregame show on High Top Sports Network. Nice rendition of the Star Spangled Banner there in the dugout by a couple of Riverhawks players. And this one about to get underway. Thanks again to Nicola Ann Photography, our pregame sponsor for our coverage of Armstrong softball here in the 2023 season. Nicola Ann, one of the highest rated photographers in the Pittsburgh area as voted upon by the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. And she does all kinds of sports photos for a ton of the teams in the region here. Riverhawks being one of them, but also plenty of other teams too. Very cool effects and graphics that Nicola Ann uses, as well as just fantastic photos. But that's not all she does. Wedding photos, senior class photos, newborns, family photos, of course. So check her out. You can find her on Facebook. Just search Nicola Ann, Nikkala ANNE Photography. You can find her online as well. She's got a website. Nicola Ann Photography, our pregame sponsor throughout this season. Much appreciated to Nicola Ann and all of our fantastic sponsors here on High Top Sports Network, helping to make our coverage of Armstrong softball possible this year. Nicola Ann also sponsors High Top Sports Network's coverage during basketball season and football season as well. So she is, what do you call them? A ride or die, as the kids would say. Nicola Ann always here for High Top Sports Network, helping us do our job, be able to showcase these wonderful student athletes, all the hard work and dedication they put in to their craft. So, we'll get the game changer pulled up here. Cameron Sprankle on the hill for the Riverhawks. First pitch in there for a strike. Remember, today's game is a cancer awareness game here between the Riverhawks and Rams, and is being played in loving memory of one of the Riverhawks family members. Oh, that ball dropped in. A little bloop right over second base for a leadoff single for the Rams. Being played in loving memory of Jenny Paul Onifray, who lost her battle with cancer earlier this year, and also being played for current Armstrong High School 11th grader Cole Walker, who is battling Ewing sarcoma. And t-shirts that you see the Riverhawks in out there today can be purchased at Gross Embroidery in Ford City. So give Christy a call in case you want to order one of those awesome t-shirts, help raise funds for cancer awareness. Sprankle 2-0 count now to the second batter of the game. And as I said, we'll get that Pine-Richland lineup to you as soon as the game changer gets updated here. Obviously scoreless here in the top of the first. And that pitch just low right there. Sprankle not getting the call at the knees. That was darn close. And finally in there for a strike for Sprankle. Leadoff runner for the Rams aboard after that bloop single. Sprankle missing high, so a walk right there on the full count. Two aboard, nobody out. And it's always funny whenever the opposing team, they enter their lineup with just nothing but first names. So we'll hope to get that one figured out here shortly. Number 3 batter for the Rams is Callie. We know her first name. Try and get her last name here as soon as possible. And quickly ahead, 0-2 is Sprankle. A couple of runners aboard here for the Rams. Top of the first, leadoff single by Maddie, and then Jocelyn following with a walk. A little one-hopper over to Cloak at third base, and a fire back across by Pugh to Paul. but Maddie back in there, and boy, this is going to be an interesting hodgepodge here for me as I try the. Boy, well, might have to do something. Go to step number 3 to try and find this roster for the Rams, and that will be to go to their game changer. You got Isabella up for Pine-Richland here in the cleanup spot. That ground out advanced the runners. Infield in for the Riverhawks. Changeup just off the plate. Boy, a tight strike zone here by the home plate umpire to start in the top of the first inning. See if I can find and that ball off the end of the bat. Jesse Pugh will snag it for out number 2. And we've got the Pine-Richland Varsity. Nope, no roster on that. Well, there's the baseball team. That doesn't help. And that pitch low here by Sprankle, trying to work out of a bit of a jam. Let's see if this one is correct. It does not look to be. Well, maybe we are here. And it is indeed the game changer for the Rams. That one lined right at Klontz, and she snags it. Shoelace catch by Jenna Klontz on the line drive. And that one got out to Klontz in a hurry, and if it hits the green, the Rams are going to get a couple of runs right there. But Klontz with the good glove coming in on that line drive. As it was diving toward the turf, she reached out and snagged it. Well, this is not helping me either. The Pine-Richland game changer roster is nothing but first names. So, boy, let's maybe try another thing here. It would be great if I got a roster with both first and last names. Wouldn't that be something? I'm pretty familiar with the Riverhawks lineup and roster, so don't think I'll have any trouble with them, but we're going to keep looking around here. But at the end of the top of the first, Rams leave a couple of runners on at second and third. Right there, Sprankle able to work out of that jam. And the line out to left field, Klontz making the grab to end it. Let's try this. So I'm at the homepage for the softball team, sports teams. Let's try softball. Roster. Fingers crossed. Oh, I think we found it. Awesome. So I only had to go to about 4 different places there, but I think we got it. And Emma Smerick, the hero on Monday, senior day. Smerick with the 2-run walk-off homer in the bottom of the 7th inning to end it and give the Riverhawks a 6-4 win over the Franklin Regional Panthers. Armstrong, as mentioned, undefeated in section play, have not lost since the opening game of the season. 15 straight victories for first-year head coach Keith Schaefer's team. Obviously, Coach Schaefer inherited a very talented group of players who have made back-to-back trips to State College to compete in the PIAA Class 5A championship game. Come up short. Lost to Lampeter Strasburg a couple of years ago, and then last year to Pittston area. Shut out in that game, which was, I think, even more surprising than the Riverhawks having a lead against Lampeter Strasburg the year before and then not being able to hang on. Check swing. Smerik will a little pop out right there to third base, so one away. Bottom of the second inning. That pop out over to Mackenzie Gillis, the Rams third baseman. And up right now, Emma Paul, who has just been absolutely on fire this year at the plate. I think if you took a hard look up and down the Riverhawks lineup, Paul would be your MVP right now for the season. She has just been absolutely crushing the ball this year, and no doubt about it, playing stellar defense as she has done since her freshman year. A 3-year starter for these Riverhawks. And that one out off the plate for a ball. On the hill for the Rams is Mia Mayola, a lefty for Pine-Richland, working against the Riverhawks here. Got Smerik to pop out on a check swing, and there's Paul ahead of that changeup. So that'll even the count up at 2-2. Take a look at those statistics for Emma Paul this year when we get a chance. She takes that ball high and inside, so a full count. Here to Emma Paul, and Mayola getting a little conversation from the infield umpire right there. Don't know if something about her delivery made him walk over and possibly correct something right there. That one in there, ripped foul down the third base line by Paul. Just a little bit ahead of that offering by Mayola. But you look at these stats for Emma Paul, hitting .542 this year. And a baseball nearly hit me from the other field here. We got varsity practice. And Paul draws a walk, so with one out, Emma Paul, good eye and great plate discipline down at first. Wouldn't be surprised to see her take off. And you just go through these totals for Emma Paul. That .542 average, a .623 on-base percentage, 1.83 OPS. I mean, these numbers are out of control. Leading the team with 26 hits. Also tops on the team with 8 doubles. And also leading the team with 8 home runs. And just behind Jenna Clance and Bella Atherton with 23 RBIs. Clance with 28. Atherton with 24. And that's Atherton at the plate right now. Ahead of one. Rips it down the left field line. Foul. And out of play. I just wanted to find one more stat there for Emma Paul to check out the stolen bases. And Paul tied with Emma Smerik for the team lead with 11 stolen bases and has not been caught this season, so hopefully I'm not jinxing her. She takes off right there, and she's in. Ball goes into center field. Paul up out of the slide quickly and advances, and that ball's going to get away from the third baseman, so Paul will come all the way around to score. A couple of bad throws there by the Rams, but that's what speed will do. Force you into hurrying that throw. I don't know why. That throw came in from center field toward third base. Paul was there easily. Just get it back to the infield at that point, but Paul takes advantage of a couple of miscues, stolen base. And that is your Phoenix Physical Therapy Katanning stolen base. That ball smoked deep left center field. It's coming our way and out of here. Bella Atherton, a solo shot. And quickly, the Riverhawks are up 2-0 here in the bottom of the first inning. Emma Paul able to come around on a couple of throwing errors. One on the stolen base attempt, went out to center field, and then Paul advanced to third. That throw in from center field bounced away from the third baseman And Paul scored on that. And on the very next pitch, Bella Atherton goes deep to left center for a solo homer. And that'll make it 2-0 Riverhawks here. Bottom of the first inning, just one away. So now Jenna Klontz at the plate. First pitch by Mayola upstairs for a ball. Thanks to Brother Jesse tuning in right now. Told me the cameras and the sound are all good, so I appreciate that, Jess, for being on the lookout. And Klontz, she sends one. That's going to get over the fence and out of here. Back-to-back jacks for the Riverhawks. As Klontz goes deep, reached out and poked that one. Boy, on an outside pitch right there, Klontz able to pull that ball. It was out off the plate. And that just shows you the power of Jenna Klontz right there. That ball, most coaches are going to tell you to take that one the other way, but so strong, able to pull that ball and get it out of here to left field. So back-to-back home runs for the Riverhawks. Atherton and then Klontz. Klontz now tying Emma Paul for the team lead in homers with 8. And this Riverhawks team, as mentioned during the Nicola Ann Photography pregame show, they have been on a roll, 15 straight wins this season. And Jessie Pugh, no stranger to leaving the yard herself. A very real possibility for 3 straight homers if Pugh gets one in the zone. Plenty of power to all fields for the Riverhawks first baseman. Mayola delivers. Pugh in front of that changeup. Good pitch by Mayola to get Pugh guessing on a fastball right there. So quickly 0-2 to Jessie Pugh. And that one trying to frame it back there, but unable to pull that one in, so a ball called. 1-2 the count now to Jessie Pugh. Riverhawks 2 more home runs already. Pugh rips one, base hit. That's going to get all the way out to the left center field fence, but over to cut it off nicely in center field and get it back in. Hold Pugh to a single. So after the Paul walk, 3 straight hits by Armstrong. Riverhawks up 3-0 here in the bottom of the first. Still just 1 out, and there's another base hit. As Shelby Cloak rips one down the third baseline and off the glove of the third baseman. And that was Mackenzie Gillis trying to get the glove down on the backhand, but unable to stop it. So a couple of runners aboard here for the Riverhawks. And that ball popped towards shallow left center in to make the grab is Jocelyn Langer, the junior center fielder for the Rams. So getting Adams to fly out right there for the second out. 3-0 Riverhawks, bottom of the first, 2 down. After that Adams fly out. Mayola, that ball gets away from the catcher. And that's Callie Henney behind the plate. Sophomore backstop. And it allows Pugh and Cloak to advance. Pugh now at third, Cloak at second. So a couple of runners in scoring position for Jordan Klingensmith. Riverhawks second baseman, Mayola delivers. Klingensmith, she sends one deep. It's to the fence. It's all the way back, but just in front of the left center field fence. Snagged by the center fielder, Jocelyn Langer, for the third out. But the Riverhawks put 3 on the board thanks to home runs by Atherton and Klontz, and Emma Paul able to make her way around. Stole second base. Ball went into center. Paul advanced to third. The throw in from center field got away, and Paul able to score. So a couple of errors there for the Rams in the bottom of the first. 3-0 as we head to the second inning on this Ryan Bowser State Farm Game Day on High Top Sports Network. Remember, State Farm, even though they are the largest auto insurer in the nation, can help you with plenty of other services. Of course, auto, home, boat, pet, health, all kinds of stuff. Make sure you check out Ryan Bowser, downtown Ford City, licensed insurance agent under the State Farm banner. And Ryan and his staff can also assist you with healthcare services, banking, and financial services. And they can help you insure your valuables and collectibles, things that are near and dear to you and your family's heart. Check them out online, ryanbowsersf.com. Get a free quote today. Our official broadcast partner here for today's cancer awareness game between the Armstrong Riverhawks and Pine-Richland Rams. So Sprankle starts it off here, top of the second inning, with a strike on the outside corner. And another one from Sprankle, quickly ahead 0-2. And up right now. Ground ball to Paul. She scoops it, fires across to Pugh. Good stretch. Pugh snags it for the first out of the inning. And that was... I had her name here just a second ago. Marissa DeLuca, the shortstop, junior shortstop for the Rams, grounds out for the first out of the inning. Sprankle, first pitch, fires that one off the plate. And up right now for the Rams is Ileana Agaloo. Agaloo, the sophomore infielder, playing second today, I believe. Change up there for Sprankle on the outside corner, gets the call. And that one, a little soft liner out to Paul off the end of the bat. So quickly 2 down as Agaloo lines out to Paul. Yeah, go ahead, girls. Come on, it's cool. Girls are... Yeah, there you go. Awesome. That came up perfectly. So the girls from the JV squad out helping to raise funds for our cancer awareness game. And a one-hopper there to Paul. She snags it. Gets Agaloo... Agaloo lined out. I'm going to wait to see who the final batter was. That was Abby Laurent. And she hit a one-hopper over there to Paul. Paul fires across for the third out of the inning. But prior to that ground out, the junior varsity, some members of the JV team for the Riverhawks out here taking a collection to help raise funds for cancer research awareness. That is our theme today for this contest between the Riverhawks and the Pine-Richland Rams. Cancer is one of those diseases that affects everyone, and everyone's family has been touched by it. Doesn't matter your race, religion, economic standing. Cancer knows no limits. Let me tell you, it's affected my family. Surely it has affected yours and everyone else out there. It's just one of those diseases that touches everyone, and it's great to see these high school teams. Every year we do a lot of games that specialize in raising funds for cancer research awareness. Doesn't matter what the sport. Did a plum volleyball game last year for the same reason. And first pitch swinging here from Sprankle. And she flies out to center field for the first out of the inning. And as mentioned, you can grab one of those special t-shirts that the Riverhawks are wearing today as their jersey Cancer Awareness t-shirts. See a lot of folks up here in left field out beside me all wearing them. You can contact Gross Embroidery in Ford City and order one of your own. So top of the order now, Smerick up for the second time. And Smerick got a little check swing pop out to third base her first time up. And right back to second base to Hopper. And Smerick nearly beats it out, but Pine-Richland able to get Emma Smerick. So 2 down here in the bottom of the second inning. And that'll bring up junior shortstop Emma Paul. Walked her first time up. Was able to steal a base. And then scamper around from second as the Pine-Richland threw the ball around the field a little bit. Paul able to score the first run of the game. And Paul takes a big cut, but she just got underneath that one, pops it towards second base, and Laurent makes the catch. So 3 up, 3 down for the Riverhawks. Don't see that often as Paul pops out to second to end the Riverhawks half of the second. I'm going to head to the top of the third here on this Ryan Bowser State Farm Game Day on High Top Sports Network. Thanks for tuning in. Always appreciate everyone spending some time during the afternoon with us here at High Top Sports Network on the broadcast. And pretty special occasion this year as the Armstrong Riverhawks baseball team, the varsity team practicing behind me, they are playoff bound. Penn Trafford pulling off the sweep of Franklin Regional, and that put the Armstrong Riverhawks into the playoffs. So the Armstrong baseball and softball teams will be in the WPIAL postseason this year. First time ever in school history that both the baseball and softball teams advance to the WPIAL playoffs. So congratulations to both squads. Playoff bound Riverhawks looking for their 16th straight victory. And the Armstrong boys will conclude their regular season tomorrow with a non-conference game at Highlands. So Cam Sprankle cruising along here as we enter the top of the third inning. See how warm my Diet Coke is. Probably pretty warm. It's been sitting in the sun. Oh yeah, that's warm. Sprankle fires a strike right on the outside corner there. And a little slap. Cloak picks it up on 2 hops. Fires to Pugh. Throw wide of the bag. Took Pugh off of first base, so that's speed. Getting down the line in a hurry on that slap from the left-handed batter's box. And that was Serafina Julio, the freshman outfielder. Able to scorch down the line. I believe that was Julio. Let's make sure. And that pitch in there, that's low for a ball. So waiting for the... Yeah, that was Serafina Julio getting down the line there quickly. And a ground ball ripped through the right side base hit. Smerick thought about throwing to first, but wisely just tosses it back to the infield. So back-to-back hits. I believe that was Madeline Myers. They got her in there as Maddie. And then another one. Klingensmith's going to have to hurry. And she doesn't get it. So the speed of Jocelyn Langer, the center fielder, loads the bases for the Pine-Richland Rams. And only one of the 3 hits made it out of the infield. Julio, a little slapper to third. Then a wide throw from Cloak took Pugh off the bag. And then a base hit up the middle by Maddie Myers. Base hit to the right side by Maddie Myers. And then a slow ground ball by Langer over to second base. Klingensmith couldn't get it to Pugh in time, so Pine-Richland, their best opportunity so far. Bases loaded, nobody out. Top of the 3rd inning here. And Sprankle, as I mentioned in the first, a very tight strike zone behind the plate here from the home plate umpire. Changeup right there, drilled to center field, but right there is Cassidy Adams. Basket catch, fires it back in. And the runners have to hold as Adams was right on that one. And that ball was hit hard. But luckily for the Riverhawks, right at Cassidy Adams. And that was Callie Henney. Put a good swing on that ball. So bases loaded, 1 down now. First pitch from Sprankle off the plate for a ball. Isabella Selesky at the plate right now for Pine-Richland. Off-speed pitch misses low, bounces into Atherton. So Sprankle behind to Selesky. 2-0 count. Sprankle fires that one on the outside corner. Gets the call right there. Good frame job by Bella Atherton behind the plate. That one looked like it might have been off the plate a little bit, but Atherton, great frame right there on the outside corner for a much-needed strike. 2-1 pitch. Selesky back up the middle through the drawn-in infield. That's 1 in. Adams will just throw. Well, that wasn't cut off, but 2 score for the Rams on that 2-run single by Selesky. So now Pine-Richland back to within a run, 3-2 here. And still just 1 away. With the Rams at the plate, continuing to hit. Mackenzie Gillis at the plate right now. First pitch by Sprankle. Wow, I don't know how that's not a strike at the knees right there. That was a good pitch. Nice location there by Sprankle, but a ball called. And that one inside. Good fastball there, but a little too far in. So now behind to Gillis, 2-0. And ground ball, Emma Paul, just a little shovel over to Cloak at third to get the lead runner. Smart play there by Emma Paul, because that would have been a really long throw ranging toward the hole. And instead of trying to fire across the diamond to get Gillis, a little flip over to Cloak to get the lead runner. Smart play there. And it keeps runners at first and second on the fielder's choice. 2 down. And again, good frame on the outside corner there by Atherton. So that first pitch to Marissa DeLuca, a strike, and DeLuca swings, hits a bomb right at us, deep left center, and gone. A 3-run shot, took that high fastball and turned it around. And now Pine-Richland will take their first lead of the afternoon, courtesy of a 3-run homer by Marissa DeLuca. And that's a tough pitch to turn around right there. Sprankle with the high heat. And DeLuca sitting on a fastball. Obviously, that one up in the zone, and she turned on it. Got it out here to left center field and over the fence. 5-3. Rams now lead. Here in the top of the third inning. So Riverhawks just trying to finish up this inning, get in there and swing those bats. First pitch is a ball low. Ileana Agaloo at the plate. 0 for 1. Pitch in there for a strike. And Agaloo pops it up. Here comes Pugh. And Pugh able to snag the short pop up there from Agaloo. So out of the inning, but not before the Rams put 5 on the board. The big blow that inning, the 3-run homer with 2 outs by Marissa DeLuca to put Pine-Richland in front. 5-run third inning for the Rams. And the Riverhawks coming up to bat shortly here on this Ryan Bowser State Farm game day on High Top Sports Network. Josh Reckengast here with you this afternoon. Want to send a congratulations out to the West Shamokin varsity softball team, clinching their spot in the Heritage Conference Championship game. That game will be played next Monday, and High Top will be there to broadcast it. West Shamokin taking on Cambria Heights in the Heritage Conference Championship game next Monday. The Highlanders, the only team to defeat West Shamokin in Heritage Conference play this year, so should be a really good one. So once the playoffs roll around, you'll see High Top all over the place, as is our modus operandi for the postseason. Well, that first pitch from Mia Mayola. Oh, that one hits the chalk, perfectly placed. And in there with a leadoff double for the Riverhawks. Didn't take long. Two pitches with Atherton, who homered her first time up. A line drive right on the chalk there in left field. Down the line for a leadoff double that brings up Klontz, who homered her first time up, 8th of the season. Klontz saw it off right there. Good pitch by Mayola to get it in on the hands of Jenna Klontz. And a pop-up to short for the first out. And that'll bring up the Riverhawks first baseman, Jesse Pugh. And that ball skips away off the gear of the catcher, Callie Henney. And Atherton easily down to third base, advancing on the wild pitch. So an RBI opportunity here for Jesse Pugh, 1 for 1. And that one upstairs for a ball. So Pugh ahead in the count, 2-0. With one swing of the bat, Jesse Pugh could tie this one right up. Lays off that. Wouldn't be surprised if Pine-Richland just puts Pugh aboard right now. 3-0 count. Not sure if this one will be close. We'll see. And not at all. So Pugh trots down to first base. A 1-out walk there. Atherton over at third. and Shelby Cloak. Riverhawks third baseman up now. Big opportunity here for Cloak, as she represents the go-ahead run at the plate. And Cloak shows bunt. Here's Pugh getting down there. She's going to get tagged out. Surprised Atherton didn't break for the plate there once that throw went through. That looked like a design double steal, but Atherton hung tight at third base. And now, with 2 outs, Cloak pops up and snagged at first base. So out of the inning right there. Uncharacteristic base running mistake by the Riverhawks. And Atherton stays stranded at third base. So that is going to take us to top of the 4th inning here on High Top Sports Network. Well, we have a chance between innings thanks to Ryan Mauser State Farm, our official broadcast partner, Sprankle's Neighborhood Market, our scoreboard sponsor, and Backwards K sponsor this afternoon. Thanks to Armstrong Indoor Athletics, our broadcast booth sponsor. And make sure you check out Armstrong Indoor Athletics website, aia.team, and register your youngster for the 4th annual AIA Baseball Champ Camp. The championship camp will be held here at Armstrong Junior Senior High School on the baseball and softball fields, June 12th through the 16th from 8 a.m. to noon during that week. And it's just a fantastic opportunity to get your young baseball player some really top-tier instruction with a lot of, fun drills, practices, scrimmages, all kinds of good stuff. Of course, there'll be giveaways, T-shirts, and just a really cool camp right as summer gets underway for the young baseball players in the area to have a chance to get that top-tier instruction. A lot of great coaches and instructors will be on hand for that. It's the Champ Camp, 4th annual. Check out aia.team for registration information. Top of the 4th inning, about to get underway here. Bunt shown, pulled it back. Sprankle misses high on her first offering. And that pitch in there for a strike. Sprankle working to Abby Laurent. Or Laurent. I don't know how her family pronounces it, so. Swing and a miss out in front of that changeup. Sprankle got Laurent to chase. And just missing right there. Count even at 2-2. And Laurent pops it. Paul, what a catch! Over the shoulder. Emma Paul flashing the leather for the first out of the inning. No hesitation right there by Paul. Ran to a spot, stuck the glove out, and snagged it. And that catch, you got to see it coming right into your screen right there. That is a lot tougher than Emma Paul just made it look. To turn your back on the ball and run to a spot and be able to pick that ball up as it's coming over your head into your field of vision and then adjust that glove to make the snag. That's a fine defensive play right there by the Armstrong shortstop. One away. And that one just gets over the glove of Emma Paul. So runner down at first base. That one sky deep left field. Clontz ranging back. She makes the catch in front of the fence and tosses it back in. That one off the plate right there from Sprankle. Trying to get out of this inning now, 2 down. Ground ball. Slow roller. DePaul going to have to hurry. And good speed down the line right there. As able to beat out that infield hit. Oops. That was Jocelyn Langer. So a couple aboard here, 2 down. Riverhawks trying to get out of it. Serafina Julio at second. Langer, after beating out that infield single, down at first. And that one hit the other way. Clontz got a long run, and she gets over there and makes the catch just inside the left field line for out number 3. So the Rams strand a couple. And that will take us to the bottom of the 4th inning here on this Ryan Bowser State Farm Game Day on High Top Sports Network. Remember, our player of the game sponsor today, Steffi's Country Catering. You got those graduation parties coming up, outdoor events, family reunions, weddings, or any event. Make sure you get in touch with Steffi's Country Catering. And also, I wanted to mention, check out the Mother's Day Sunday takeout special for this week. Stuffed chicken breasts or pork chops. And you got potatoes, noodles and gravy, all kinds of goodness. I was looking at it, and I'm going to find it here on the old Facebook, which is where you will order your Steffi's Country Catering Sunday takeout, or get in touch with Terry to book your next event and have Steffi's Country Catering provide all the food. And here it is. Steffi's Country Catering Sunday Mother's Day takeout special, your choice. Stuffed chicken breasts or stuffed pork chops, mashed potatoes, gravy, coleslaw, noodles and gravy, mixed veggies, and your choice of gom cake or cherry cheesecake. Both of them tremendous and highly recommended for the dessert. 5 people, just $65. Pick up 11:30 to 1, 603 Reesdale Road in Adrian on Sunday. Please order on Terry's Facebook site. Just search Terry Steffi. And the orders have to be in by Saturday morning. And I agree with Terry. Let's give Mom the day off on Sunday and not make her cook. Happy Mother's Day from Steffi's Country Catering. And I believe Terry will be getting an order from the High Top Sports Network offices for that awesome Sunday Mother's Day takeout special. Terry, a fantastic sponsor here since the very beginning of High Top Sports Network. Terry has been with us a day one. Oh, the backwards K right there. And Adams goes down. That's a Sprankle's Neighborhood Market backwards K. And Sprankle's had something up on Facebook today that aside from the Sushi Madness, I saw something. Maybe it was yesterday. I'll try and look that up if I have a chance here. Whoops. That's Steffi's again. There we go, Sprankle's. And that one popped up out of play by Klingensmith. And that one smoked deep right center off the base of the fence, but able to get it back in quickly and only allow a single out of that hard hit ball by Jordan Klingensmith. So with one down, Klingensmith out there at first base after that line drive off the base of the right center field fence. That'll bring up Cameron Sprankle, trying to help herself at the plate. And that one skips in. Klingensmith holding tight at first. And that one deep center, but caught in front of the fence. So Sprankle flies out to center field. And Klingensmith's going to have to stay put once again at first. Oh, yeah, I guess it was yesterday at Sprankle's Burrito Bonanza. You got to check out the burritos there. Burritos by Scott. Really good. Oh, burritos by Brett, excuse me. I don't know why I said Scott. Got multiple things coursing through my head, but burritos by Brett, of course. And they're a family-owned Mexican food truck serving the Western PA area, and they have their food in every Sprankle's neighborhood market. And I stopped down one day, got one chicken, one beef, and they were superb. So highly recommended. So whether it is Sushi Madness or Burritos by Brett, or one of the many other things they always have going on at Sprankle's. Got Lego Mania. Well, they would just put a post up about that. Sprankle's Lego Mania, showing off Disney's 100th anniversary Lego sets. Those are pretty cool. I don't know if you guys are Lego folks out there, but I have been known to, when my kids were smaller, buy Lego sets for them and then put them all together myself. So they got to play with the finished product, and I got to enjoy the satisfaction of putting them all together. Also, fresh baked donuts at Sprankle's. Wow, check that out. I'm going through their Facebook page here as the game's going on, and that was a walk right there to Smerick. So Paul up now. That one just low. You got to see these donuts. Fresh baked donuts and treats, all three stores carrying daily. Place your custom orders ahead of time, and you can call each of the stores. Oh, Paul reaches out, rips one center field, but caught maybe 5 feet in front of the fence. So having a busy day out there in center field for the Rams. That is Jocelyn Langer, and she has had a really nice game with the glove in center field for the Rams. Got to give her credit. Able to make quite a few catches on the run or right in front of the fence. And the Riverhawks held off the board again. So the score will remain 5-3 as we get ready to head to the top of the fifth inning here on this Ryan Bowser State Farm Game Day on High Top Sports Network. Josh Reckengust here with you. Gorgeous day on top of the hill at Armstrong Junior Senior High School. 300 Buffington Drive in scenic Manor Township, PA. See my friend and Armstrong boys basketball assistant coach Bruce Bailey down there taking in the game. Coach Bailey, a staple at pretty much every Armstrong sporting event. And you can usually hear him coming over our microphone in the press box during Armstrong football games. We might have to invest in a Bruce Bailey filter for the upcoming football season for the Riverhawks. It'll be an interesting one. No Caden Olson at quarterback for the Riverhawks. First time in High Top Sports Network history that Caden Olson will not be the starting quarterback for the Riverhawks. It'll be Colt Sprankle, younger brother of Armstrong starting pitcher Cam Sprankle, out there in the circle right now. And Sprankle, aside from really that third inning, has pitched a nice game. Pine-Richland able to get to Sprankle for 5 runs in that third. Line drive off one hop. Klingensmith, she gets rid of it quickly. Over to Pugh for the first out. So 1 away here, top of the 5th. And looking forward, I know it's only May, and we've got, these Riverhawks, the baseball and softball teams, both in the WPIAL postseason. First time they've done it together in the same year, so still got plenty of postseason action here on the baseball and softball diamonds. As I mentioned, West Shamokin varsity softball team clinched their spot in the Heritage Conference Championship game yesterday with a win over River Valley. And we'll be at that game broadcasting. I believe it's at Northern Cambria is the location. Good pitch there by Sprankle, firing that fastball in the strike zone to Mackenzie Gillis. And an off-speed pitch off the plate, so evens up the count at 2-2. Gillis taking that one low and away. Sprankle rocks and fires that one off the plate, so now we've got a full count. Hey, how's it going, Coach? Congratulations. Armstrong, varsity baseball head coach, first year for Vincent Santelmo, in control of the Riverhawks dugout and got him to the WPIAL postseason. First time since, I believe, 2016. I have to go back and check that, but I'm pretty sure it's 2016 or 17. Gosh, I want to say 16, so I'm going to have to just look that one up to make sure. But Coach Santelmo guiding these Riverhawks back to the WPIAL postseason on the baseball diamond. A big accomplishment for Coach Santelmo and his team. Congratulations to them. We'll look forward to covering them throughout the postseason. So a 1-out walk there to Gillis. There's a ground ball. Klingensmith tosses to Paul. And it's just about impossible to turn a double play in high school softball. It really is. I mean, that ball was hit pretty hard. Had Klingensmith going toward the bag. Flipped it to Emma Paul. And Paul with a quick toss over there to Pugh, but still able to get down the line and beat it out. Was Marissa DeLuca, homered her last time up. The go-ahead home run by DeLuca, so Ileana Agaloo at the plate right now. 2 down, 1 on for the Rams. DeLuca down there at first after the fielder's choice. Agaloo 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Showing bunt here with 2 outs. I was going to say, going to most likely pull that one back as she had Cloak in front of the bag, and Pugh, well, she's about even with the bag. Let's see if Agaloo, highly doubt she's showing bunt with 2 strikes. And Agaloo, little one-hopper back to Sprankle. She tosses on to Jesse Pugh for the 3rd out of the inning. So no runs in there for the Rams in the top of the 5th. Riverhawks coming up to bat here in a few moments. In the bottom of the 5th. And right now, you got to give a little bit of credit out there in the circle to Pine-Richland junior pitcher Mia Mayola. Now, she's done a pretty good job. A little trouble early. 3 runs given up in that first inning, but all goose eggs for Mayola ever since. So Mayola, the lefty, the junior, in the circle for the Rams today. Rams come into this game 6-13 on the year. Of course, they play in that Class 6A classification in the WPIAL, 6 classifications in the state of Pennsylvania. Rams a 6A team in every sport, I do believe. If you've ever been down to Pine-Richland, it is almost like a college campus. The athletic facilities and the buildings, just huge. Takes up a lot of space. A lot of students down there, of course, in the Gibsonia area. I did some substitution work there, kind of a second job there working with special needs students a few years back, and every now and again would get an assignment at Pine-Richland High School. And I felt like a freshman on his first day every time I went in there. It was tough to get around. So first pitch of the inning here is a ball by Mayola. Riverhawks trying to find that offensive touch. 3 runs in the first inning. None since. And a ball high and inside from Mayola to Atherton. She is 2 for 2 today. Home run and a double for Bella Atherton. Atherton cut off again. Nice pitch by Mayola. Able to get in on the hands of these Armstrong hitters. Second and third time through the lineup. She's been doing a good job of that. So Atherton pops out to first base. Selesky over there at first, able to catch that pop-up. And that pitch high for a ball to Jenna Klontz. 1 for 2 today is Klontz. Had that home run in the first inning, followed Atherton's home run. And Klontz rips it down the third base line. Going to be a tough throw. And she beats it out. Bang, bang play. Hit it hard down the third base line. Mackenzie Gillis got the backhand on it, and I give credit to Gillis. Made a strong throw across. Nearly got Klontz, but Jenna Klontz able to beat it out. Down the third base line, and correction just coming in from the High Top headquarters. Pine-Richland is actually 5A in football. Thanks to our own Joe Rhodes for that bit of clarification. So Jesse Pugh now a chance to possibly tie this game up with one swing. Pugh certainly has the power. We've seen her hit some absolutely mammoth home runs in our time broadcasting this Riverhawks team here on High Top Sports Network. And she has certainly hit the longest home run I've ever seen in a softball game. And that came in the state playoffs in what we like to call at the High Top Sports Network offices the rain game, where somehow, some way, we endured an absolute monsoon, did not lose any equipment, didn't electrocute ourselves, and I wore a Hawaiian shirt. You can find that on our bloopers on our YouTube page. That's a pretty hilarious and very stressful time. So that pitch by Mayola off the plate. Pugh in control right now in the batter's box. Pugh 1 for 1 today. Also walk. Pugh swings and hits an absolute bomb. It's gone, way gone. A line drive home run, dead center, clears the scoreboard by 20 feet on a line and lands up the hill across the little cart path And that'll tie us right up. That ball got out of here in .6 seconds. If you're timing at home, you're going to need a stopwatch. Because as soon as she made contact with that ball, see ya, forget about it. Line drive, home run, an absolute missile off the bat of Jessie Pugh. And we're all tied up at 5 apiece. And sometimes we call it the commentator's jinx. Maybe I spoke a home run into existence right there, as Pugh just absolutely tattooed that offering by Mayola. Way gone, way quick. And we're all tied up at 5 apiece. So Shelby Cloak digs in now after the 2-run homer by Jessie Pugh. We're all tied up at 5 apiece here in the bottom of the 5th inning. One away with Cloak now at the plate. 1-1 pitch, misses low and outside, make it 2-1. Cloak 1 for 2 on the afternoon. And I'll tell you what, I don't know what you're supposed to do with Jessie Pugh in that situation. Like, she can extend her arms, and it's just the absolute pure power off her bat. I mean, that ball, we've seen her hit some Titanic moonshot type home runs, but that was an absolute line drive laser beam. And I'll tell you what, if she had any height on it as Cloak strikes out, that ball skips into the catcher and fired down. So score that strikeout 2-3. As Henny throws down to Selesky for the second out of the inning. That's going to bring up Cassidy Adams. Here with 2 down, nobody on. Going back to my point about those home runs by Pugh, we've seen her hit just Titanic, high arcing, long, gorgeous fly ball home runs. But that one right there, just, I don't know. Would love to see the exit velocity as Adams 2 hops to short and thrown out there by DeLuca across to Selesky for the 3rd out of the inning. But the Riverhawks tie it up courtesy of a 2-run home run by Jessie Pugh. That's going to send us to the top of the 6th inning here on High Top Sports Network on this Ryan Bowser State Farm game day. Make sure you check out RyanBowserSF.com. Get your free quote, and you can find out all of the awesome services that Ryan Bowser and his fantastic staff can offer you and your family. And listen, one thing that I feel isn't mentioned enough, but boy, when you look at it, it could become a real lifesaver, and that's pet insurance. And you know, I don't know, I've had pets my entire life, dogs my entire life, and you know, sometimes things happen, and I'll tell you what, those vet bills, they start really creeping up there. You know, if the dog has a chronic condition, or any pet, you know, has a chronic condition, you keep taking them to the vet, got medication, possibly surgery. You know, my brother Jake had to do several surgeries to his dog, Bismarck, and chemotherapy and radiation. I mean, it's just like a person when it comes to the medical necessities. And a lot of people, I myself included, consider pets part of the family. And Ryan Bowser State Farm, great rates on pet insurance, and very comprehensive coverage too for that pet insurance. So if that's something, you know, might have an interest in and always thought about getting, and thought, you know, hey, I have dogs, I have cats, I have pets. Sometimes pet insurance isn't, you know, a thought that is at the top of the to-do list, should I say. So, of course, Ryan can assist you with home, life, auto, all that good stuff. You know, all the stuff you know you need, all the stuff you have to have, all the stuff that you're very aware of. But check out the pet insurance, too. Line drive, base hit. Smerrick going to throw to first. Ooh, and we've seen her make that play in the past on a hard hit ball out to right field. Fielded that one on one hop and tried to Fire to Pugh. But the leadoff hitter for the Rams, that was Abby Laurent, able to beat it out down the line and get the first leadoff single. So coming up here with the leadoff runner aboard is Serafina Julio. She's been on base a couple of times today. Julio 1 for 2. And great speed. She beat out a two-hopper, and you can kind of see on your screen where Cloak, the Armstrong third baseman, is playing in. She's probably 5 steps in front of that third base bag. And Julio, you can tell by her approach at the plate in that left-handed batter's box that she's what you call a slap hitter. And she's going to be trying to make contact with the ball with her body already heading out of the left-handed batter's box and up the first base line, as she does right there. Fouls it back to the screen, and she relies purely on speed. And you'll see a lot of college teams generally will have one of those lefty slap hitters at the top of their order. Just trying to get a runner on base and get something started early in the top of the lineup. And Julio, just a freshman, and she just doesn't turn the wrists over there and fouls it out of play. But her hit today was an infield single, and I mean, it was a two-hopper to Cloak, and Cloak has moved up even more in front of that third base bag. Now with 2 strikes, obviously, Julio not going to try and lay down a bunt. So Sprankle fires, and that is in there for, oh my goodness. Well, I was already ringing her up with the Sprankles Neighborhood Market backward K, but the home plate umpire begged to differ. Can't believe that wasn't called strike 3, and chop towards Paul. She's going to go to second, and that ball off of Klingensmith's glove. So Laurent in there safely after the error on Klingensmith. Didn't look that one into her glove, as Paul again made the right play. Serafina Julio is down that first base line at lightning speed. So Paul wisely going to second base, and that one just hit off the tip of Klingensmith's glove, an error. There will give Pine-Richland a couple of runners on. Bunt toward the third base side goes foul. So Laurent at second, Julio at first, nobody out. Sprankle now working to Maddie Myers. And Myers takes a big cut right there, fouls it straight back. Right side of that Riverhawks defense. Looks like Pugh is right around even with the bag. Klingensmith at normal depth. Emma Paul at normal depth as well. And Cloak even with the bag at third. 0-2 count here. And that one off the plate. So that one, I could easily call that one a ball as compared to the one that Julio got, which looked like strike 3. Sprankle, that one misses upstairs. Count now even at 2-2. Nobody out, top of the 6th, tied up at 5. See if Sprankle can work out of this. A changeup hit to Klingensmith, tosses, and they get the runner at second base. That was Julio barely getting it. As Paul comes over to cover second base, Klingensmith flips it to her just in time, and Julio cut down on the fielder's choice. That allows Myers to get to first, and advancing to third base is Abby Laurent. So the go-ahead run now at third for Pine-Richland, just one out. here in the top of the sixth. And that pitch is called a strike, which is highly confusing because the pitch to Julio was higher than that and more in the middle of the plate. And that's a big out for the Riverhawks that they didn't get. And a strike on the outside corner. So a couple of borderline calls going the Riverhawks' way in this at-bat. Jocelyn Langer, the center fielder, up. She's had a really, really good game in the outfield for the Rams today with the glove. Langer, 2 for 2, also at the plate, so doing it all for this Pine-Richland squad. Sprankle with the 2-strike pitch, and that gets through, squibbed up the middle, and a throw to third. And Cloak, oh man, didn't get back in time. The throw from Adams kind of over the bag a little bit. Cloak had to catch it and come back toward third. So the go-ahead run scores there on the RBI base hit by Jocelyn Langer. And that'll make it 6-5 Pine-Richland. Still just 1 out, and now 2 runners in scoring position as Langer was able to move up to second base on the throw from center field. Adams trying to gun down Myers right there at third. Cloak couldn't get back to the bag in time to lay that tag on, so Riverhawks really going to need to get some help right here to work out of this. Oh, Sweatbee almost got me. Ripped, and it's back into the glove of Sprankle. She gets the double play. And just as I mentioned, the previous pitch going to need some help. And I'll tell you what, Sprankle, my goodness, had the head turn, not even looking at it. Got the glove up, perfect placement, snagged it, and then having the wherewithal to fire over to Cloak and double off Myers. So Riverhawks escape another jam as the line out to Sprankle turns into an inning-ending double play to extinguish the Rams' threat in the top of the 6th inning. My goodness, this has been quite a game between these two teams today. Thank you for tuning in to High Top Sports Network and watching along with us. So once again, the Riverhawks going to have to erase a deficit here. Mayola still in the circle for Pine-Richland. Wow, I was just watching the replay of that on the stream, and I'll tell you what, that ball was absolutely smoked back at Sprankle and just got her glove up in the perfect place, hung on to it, and then tossed it over to Cloak to double off Myers. What a huge play to end the 6th inning there and keep the Rams from adding on, but still, Pine-Richland able to score 1 to retake the lead now, 6-5. Rams on top. And first pitch popped up out of play for a strike. And Klingensmith, oh, nice play, but ball skips away from the shortstop there. So the Riverhawks have the leadoff runner aboard. As Jordan Klingensmith, you got to rule that one a base hit, I would think. A good effort there at short by Marissa DeLuca to knock it down, but would have been a near impossible throw from her knees to get Klingensmith. So now Cam Sprankle a chance to really help herself here. And she shows the bunt. It bounces off the turf and off of Sprankle in front of the plate there. I was waiting to see if that was a foul call. I mean, I have seen runners called out for bunting the ball fair right there and then running into it, but just a foul ball on that bunt attempt. Next pitch from Mayola is low and in the dirt. 2-1 count now to Sprankle. 6-5 Rams. And Sprankle, one hopper over to third base. Klingensmith forced out at second. As Gillis went across to Agaloo to get the force play on the fielder's choice there. Klingensmith down. And we're going to get a pinch runner for Cam Sprankle. Usually Olivia Yancey coming in to fill that role. As the Riverhawks get to the top of the lineup, Emma Smerrick, 0-2 today, was the hero on Monday with that walk-off home run against Franklin Regional. A chance right now to possibly put together some late-inning heroics for Smerrick. First pitch in there for a strike by Mayola. Oh, it's actually Poor that came in to run. Oh, and Smerrick, did she check it? Oh, they call her strike. And that's, not a great position. The umpire, they only have one umpire in the field, so obviously has to move with the runner. And to be honest, I thought Smerrick went around as well. Smerrick rips it towards second base. Poor then cut down. So Pine-Richland doing the little things here, the routine outs, getting those fielders' choices, and cutting down the lead runner on the last two at-bats. And that's going to put Smerrick at first base. If I were a wagering man, which certainly I am not, I would see Emma Smerrick off and running, and she fakes the start right there as Paul takes a ball down low. And again, off the plate there to Emma Paul, 2-0 count. So what do you do right here if you're Coach Schaefer? See if Smerrick is on the move. She is not, and Paul takes ball number 3. So highly doubt Paul will be swinging at this pitch. Smerrick in there easily with a Phoenix physical therapy Katanning. Stolen base and a strike called on Emma Paulson. Now a 3-1 count to the Armstrong shortstop with the tying run in scoring position. Smerrick down there at second after the stolen base. And Paul ahead of that one rips it foul down the left field line. So now full count. Smerrick most likely on the move here. In fact, I'd be surprised if she weren't. And Paul, a base hit right now with Smerrick moving. It's almost a guaranteed run, so let's see what Emma Paul can do here in this full count. Smerrick, oh, and Paul turns on one, crushes it, but foul off the batting cage. Boy, if Paul straightens that one out, it is a 7-6 game. And ball 4 low, taken by Paul, so a good eye there by Emma Paul. Gives the Riverhawks runners on first and second, 2 down. That's going to bring Bella Atherton to the plate. Atherton, a nice game today at the plate. And a home run and a double popped out her last time up. So let's see if Bella Atherton can deliver the big blow for the Riverhawks here in the 6th. First pitch by Mayola in there for a strike. And, I'm not sure that her catcher, Callie Henny, really liked the placement of that one. It was center cut right down the middle. And Atherton, luckily maybe for the Rams, held off. So Henny, a little word there to her starter, Mia Mayola. And the 0-1 pitch. Atherton, little nubber. That's going to be a tough play. They're not going to get Bella Atherton. And Emma Paul way off the bag at second. And now Smerick. Wow, unbelievable turn of events as Emma Paul was hung out to dry. She was more than halfway between second and third right there after Atherton beat out the infield single. Smerick had not tried to advance and score there. Emma Paul in no man's land. The throw behind her gets away, so another throwing error contributes to an Armstrong run. We're all tied up at 6 apiece. Jenna Klontz now at the plate. Chance to do some big-time damage here. You got the go-ahead run at third base in Emma Paul. Klontz swings, skies one foul, and out of play. So 1-1 count now to Jenna Klontz. Riverhawks have tied it up here with 2 outs. On the throwing error by Pine-Richland, trying to pick off Emma Paul, who had overrun second base. Klontz rips one third base, throw across, and picked. So Pine-Richland gets out of it. Nice play at the hot corner. We've seen a good glove out of her all day long. Mackenzie Gillis down there at third. It's a hard hit ball by Klontz. Get that true hop off the turf, and then Gillis fires across. Strong throw. But the Riverhawks able to score. Bella Atherton beating out an infield single. Emma Paul taking the wide turn, able to draw the throw from first base, and it gets away, which allowed Emma Smerick to score the tying run. And that's where we stand in the 6th inning of this Ryan Bowser State Farm game day on High Top Sports Network. Josh Reckengast here with you at Armstrong Junior Senior High School. Fantastic day for some softball. Sunny, no clouds, just a perfect day for some softball action. No wind, always a plus when that happens up here at Armstrong. Don't have to worry about equipment going flying or my AIA broadcast tent being lifted up off the ground and then swinging back and cracking me across the nose and forehead. That happened this year. We've had some interesting weather conditions up here, but we have been able to weather the storm, wink wink, and it makes days like today that much nicer to enjoy. Just perfect weather up here for today's game, a cancer awareness game here between Armstrong and Pine-Richland. We talked about it on the Nicola Ann Photography pregame show, and we got to see some of the girls from the JV team out with the envelope and the sign and raising some additional funds for cancer awareness and research. So all tied up at 6 apiece. That pitch was the 0-2 pitch off the plate there by Sprankle. Isabella Selesky, the first baseman, at the plate for PR. That one popped toward the second baseman, Jordan Klingensmith, and she makes the grab, so one away quickly here in the PR top of the 7th inning. Let me make sure that scoreboard is correct. I don't think it is. It is not, so let's change that really fast. Top of the 7th. All tied up at 6 apiece. Sprankle's first pitch. That one off the end of the bat, and Pugh's going to be able to get under it. Out number 2. Quickly recorded. So a couple of pop-ups here in the 7th inning. And Sprankle looking to make it a 1-2-3 inning and give the Riverhawks a chance for their second walk-off victory of the week. First pitch fastball in there for a strike. Good pitch by Sprankle. And this is DeLuca, had homered earlier in this game. That is her one hit of the day, but 3-run bomb gave Pine-Richland the lead. 5-3 back in the 5th inning. Changeup misses there by Sprankle. So now 2-1 count to DeLuca. And DeLuca takes a big cut, fouls it away, so count even at 2-2. Sprankle needing one more good pitch to get out of this 7th inning and give her team a chance to put it away in the bottom half. Now we have a full count on DeLuca. And that one hit high and deep towards center, but Adams will have room as DeLuca flies out to Adams in center field. So bottom of the 7th coming up. Riverhawks a chance to walk it off for the second time this week. Did it on Monday against Franklin Regional. Can they do it here against Pine-Richland on Wednesday afternoon on High Top Sports Network? Thanks for tuning in. See a lot of folks tuned in out there. Doesn't matter where you're watching us. Of course, on the website, hightopsportsnetwork.com, and we kind of urge you to go there. You get a higher quality broadcast in terms of definition. And what you're going to see, that is a 1080p high definition broadcast on our website. And of course, if you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter, well, those are 720, so you can do the math. Higher the number, better the resolution, and a higher quality broadcast. But wherever you're watching us today, be it on hightopsportsnetwork.com, or if you follow us on social media, just search High Top Sports on Facebook, at hightop_sports on Twitter, of course, at High Top Sports Network on Instagram, and you can search High Top Sports on YouTube to find our page there, wherever you're watching us. Thanks for tuning in today. Thanks to all of our superb sponsors. Ryan Bowser State Farm, our official broadcast partner. Sprankle's Neighborhood Market, downtown Katanning on McCain Street. Our scoreboard sponsor and Backwards K sponsor. AIA, Armstrong Indoor Athletics. The premier baseball and softball training facility in the region. Also our broadcast booth sponsor today, of course, Phoenix Physical Therapy, Katanning. Our stolen base sponsor. And coming up, you'll get to hear and witness the John F. Graff Insurance Agency post-game report. Oh, Pugh lays off that one. I thought she might pull the trigger. You know, Jessie Pugh tied this game up her last at-bat with a mammoth 2-run homer. See if she can end it right here with one swing of the bat. Pugh lays off. Mayola being very careful with the Armstrong first baseman, and you can't blame her for that. So right now, Mayola fires to Pugh, that one high, and ball 4. So Pugh draws the leadoff walk. Shelby Cloak, the Riverhawks third baseman, now coming to bat. Oh, and it hits Cloak, so that puts the game-winning run in scoring position for the Riverhawks. As Cloak has to wear it for the team, but something I'm sure she doesn't mind doing right now if can get a walk-off hit here from Cassidy Adams. Adams reaches out, tries to bunt, and does not make contact. So a strike called on that missed bunt attempt. Mayola deals to Adams, shows bunt again. Oh, and was it touched? Nope, not touched until the ball down and foul there. Gillis nearly got a hand on it. So now Adams will not try and bunt here with 2 strikes. Hoping to, at the very minimum, advance the runners. Adams, little chopper over Mayola's glove. That's going to advance the runners. Adams out at first. And immediately after that call, I heard someone from the Riverhawks faithful loudly disagreeing. So now the Pine-Richland infield drawn completely in. Will Jordan Klingensmith get the intentional walk? She does not. Interested in this decision to not put Klingensmith on at first base and therefore continue to play your infield in. But, I mean, if Klingensmith lays down a bunt here, Riverhawks base runners. Oh, and that one's sky deep. Jordan Klingensmith, a walk-off 3-run shot. And Jordan Klingensmith, the hero today. It was Emma Smerick on Monday, and Klingensmith does it here on Wednesday. A 3-run walk-off homer to dead center field. And that gives the Riverhawks a 9-6 victory over Pine-Richland. Well, they got 10-6 on the board. I don't know why, but they never put Klingensmith on at first base. Adams was out, so it was definitely 9-6. The final score of the game changer going to need to be updated right there. So the 3-run walk-off homer by Jordan Klingensmith. It seems like every game it's a different hero for this Riverhawks team. And today Klingensmith swings the big bat. Entire Pine-Richland defense drawn in to try and take away the bunt. Klingensmith pulls it back and just takes a cut on a fastball from Mayola right down the middle, and she did not miss. A 3-run bomb, and that will make her our Steffi's Country Catering player of the game. Jordan Klingensmith, the game-winning walk-off 3-run homer to give the Riverhawks a 9-6 victory over Pine-Richland. Congratulations to Jordan Klingensmith, and congratulations to the Riverhawks. What a run they have been on to this season. Since the season opening loss at Hempfield on March 20th. Imagine that. March 20th, the last time this Armstrong team has lost. And since then, 16 straight wins for the Riverhawks. Another victory today. And Jordan Klingensmith, the hero. It was a back-and-forth affair. Armstrong went up 3-0 in the first. And we'll run down the scoring line here on the John F. Graff Insurance Agency post-game show. We already named our Steffi's Country Catering player of the game. That's Jordan Klingensmith, second baseman with the walk-off three-run homer to end this game. And on the John F. Graff Insurance Agency post-game report, we'll go down the line here on the box score. Again, the game changer needs to be corrected for the Riverhawks. That was not a grand slam, as Adams was ruled out at first base and advanced Pugh and Cloak. Pugh to third, Cloak to second, and then Klingensmith, who also went 3 for 4 today, so congratulations to her. A couple of singles, a run scored, and then that big 3-run bomb for Jordan Klingensmith. But the Riverhawks up early, 3-0 in the bottom of the first inning. Back-to-back home runs by Bella Atherton and Jenna Klontz. And then in the third, Marissa DeLuca, the 3-run homer, was the big blow for the Rams as they scored 5 to take the lead. 5-3, game remained 5-3 until the bottom of the fifth, when the Riverhawks scored 2 thanks to a monster home run by Jesse Pugh. And in the top of the sixth, Pine-Richland able to score a run. Riverhawks answered with a run of their own in the bottom of the sixth. Then Sprankle holding the Rams scoreless in the top of the seventh, and that set the stage for the Riverhawks in the bottom of the seventh inning. A walk to Jesse Pugh, then Shelby Cloak hit by a pitch. Adams with the ground ball that she nearly beat out, but was called out. That advanced Pugh to third and Cloak to second, and then Klingensmith showed bunt on the first pitch from Mayola. And on the second pitch, with the Pine-Richland defense drawn completely in on the infield turf, Klingensmith pulled that bunt attempt back and took a cut and made contact with that fastball from Mayola over the center field fence and gone. Second time this season, second time this week, the Riverhawks win a home game with a walk-off home run. Again, thank you for joining us on High Top Sports Network. Today's game was a cancer awareness game. And a special theme today, special shirts and jerseys worn by the Riverhawks, recognizing the fight against cancer. Cancer awareness game. Today's game was played in loving memory of Jannie Paul Onofre, who lost her cancer battle earlier this season. And of course, also being played in honor of current Armstrong 11th grader Cole Walker, who is battling Ewing sarcoma. So thanks for joining us today, and if you'd like to purchase one of the t-shirts created for today's cancer awareness game event, all you have to do is get in touch with Gross Embroidery in Fort City. See the Iceman, Todd Harvey, down there taking some photos on the field. But reach out to Gross Embroidery, and they will get you hooked up with one of the special t-shirts for today's cancer awareness game. And I'm pretty sure, unless the Riverhawks pick up a game over the next 2 days, I think that does it for the team's regular season schedule. Yeah, I don't see anything else. So that would mean they would end the season with a 16-1 overall record. Undefeated, of course, in section play. Second straight section championship for these Riverhawks. They had a couple of games, non-conference exhibition games, rained out last week. Trinity and Neshannock were both on the schedule originally, but rained out. So I'll be interested to see if Riverhawks do indeed purchase. I mean, I guess you could purchase a game, but whether or not they schedule any more games. Well, that's going to do it for me, Josh Rengast, here on the hill at Armstrong Junior Senior High School. Final score, Armstrong 9, Pine-Richland 6. The big blow, Jordan Klingensmith, game-ending 3-run walk-off homer in the bottom of the second. Jordan Klingensmith, our Steffi's Country Catering player of the game. Congratulations to Jordan, and congratulations to the Riverhawks for extending that incredible winning streak to 16 straight games with a victory today. Thanks also to our other great sponsors, Ryan Bowser State Farm, Sprinkles Neighborhood Market, Armstrong Indoor Athletics, Steffi's Country Catering, Phoenix Physical Therapy, Katanning, John F. Graff Insurance Agency, Serena Pizza and Berg Bar, Nicola Ann Photography. And since we didn't get a mound visit, thanks to Serena Pizza and Berg Bar, our mound visit sponsor, make sure you check them out at the Franklin Village Mall in West Katanning. Pizza, wings, the good stuff. Or stop at the Berg Bar, watch the game, have a cool, refreshing beverage, and tell them High Top Sports Network sent you. All right, that's it for today's broadcast. Riverhawks once again come from behind and seal the deal in the bottom of the 7th with a walk-off home run. Jordan Klingensmith, the hero today, and our Steffi's Country Catering player of the game. Stay tuned to High Top Sports Network on all of our social media platforms, and of course the website to see what we're up to next, where we'll be now that playoffs are almost officially here. We'll be with the West Shamokin varsity softball team now that they have clinched a spot in the Heritage Conference Championship game. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, search High Top Sports, on Twitter at @HighTop_sports. Of course, just search High Top Sports on YouTube, at High Top Sports Network on Instagram, or if you want, just give us a call, 724-824-3554, and we can answer any question you may have. We certainly appreciate all the support through the spring sports season and all year round here on High Top Sports Network. For the rest of the HTSN family, my name is Josh Schreckengust, telling you to stay safe and be well.